Hello, everyone. I hope you are well. This reading is for April 2021, and it is intended for the parents of the Aries child, as well as the guardians of the Aries child, or anybody tasked with caring for Aries children. So, welcome back to those of you who've been here before. Anybody who is new, yay! Thank you for being here. Please let people know about this channel. Please subscribe, comment, like, all that good stuff. Okay, so let's get started here. As a reminder, these readings are not gender specific, so please adjust gender as it applies to your household. You'll see kings, queens, pages of various genders here in the cards. But remember, it's all about energy. I'm sure you're all sick of hearing the same old from us readers, but you know, we have to keep repeating these things, unfortunately. So, okay, everyone. So let's start. Let's see what's going on with little Aries here in April 2021. Okay, so this first position will tell us what your little one is experiencing during the month of April. And okay, so there's a change happening here. Something's happening potentially between the parents of the household. So the child could be experiencing either, I'm sensing some kind of increase in commitment here. So perhaps there are a couple of parents here who are either renewing their vows or officially, you know, going to the next level of commitment, or one of the parents potentially moving in with someone else, you know, a new relationship or what have you. But in any case, it feels like a very fated event. And perhaps it's something that's either going to potentially move someone here, or there's been a move. Basically, a sequence of events have changed here. And your little Aries is experiencing it in a very positive way, because this is not at all anything negative. So when I'm saying a parent, you know, moving into a different direction with a new partner or what have you, I'm not seeing anything crazy or weird, like, you know, someone did something not so nice here to the other parent. But it doesn't feel heavy at all. It feels positive. At least in the eyes of your little Aries, it does. And the Wheel of Fortune, specifically this one here, it's a huge indicator of whatever is happening here. It's kind of like on its due course, right? It's about divine timing when you get the Wheel of Fortune. So your little one is experiencing some happiness here. Also, from the child's perspective, though, this can be something to do with grandparents. Basically, a couple, right, that are adults. For those of you who have a little bit of older children here, like for example, teenagers, this could also be like the first love, right? Indication of first love here. And it happening in a way that wasn't necessarily expected, kind of out of the blue. And your child is navigating through that, trying to figure out how does this thing work? Like, oh my goodness, I like girls all of a sudden, or I like boys all of a sudden, and now I may have a little boyfriend. Of course, I'm talking about an older age range here. I'm very aware that you are all coming in from different age ranges. Some of you are here for little itty bitty ones, and others of you here for older, right? But that's just for one group of you. I'm really feeling strongly that aside from those of you who have little ones who are starting to date for the first time, like teenagers, more so than that though, I'm getting that there's some shift here with either the parents, the grandparents, in terms of their own relationship. And it's positive, at least from your little one's perspective, it is, right? And this is a change that incorporates all things related to stability, finances, emotion, because you see all the phases of the moon are indicated here. So it's a very well-rounded shift that's happening. In other words, it's going to benefit your little one a lot, whatever this is. Okay, so let's continue. We'll come back to this. Let's unfold the reading. And this position here will tell us any potential conflict or challenge that your little Aries may be facing here in April. Hello, you can't make this up, guys. Look at this. Two of Wands, Two of Wands. I mean, come on. Come on. This is like legit tarot. I love when this happens in tarot. Like, you just can't make this stuff up. These are two different decks, same exact card. So what this tells me is that this is a big, big annunciation in this reading. Meaning this is a big thing your child is being challenged by, okay? So definitely this change here has your little one in their feels, in the sense of, what now? What's going to happen now? Because the Two of Wands is about wondering what else is out there. It's about wanting to explore the whatever is out there. But it's also about being held back a little bit. The reason someone is wondering what else is out there is because there's a feeling of stagnation, a feeling of being held back by circumstances. But this isn't stopping little Aries from dreaming up, right? And it can also feel like a crossroads, almost like you're ready to go. You know you want to go a certain direction, but you're stuck. Some external factor is holding little Aries back, right? So this is very significant. So let's talk about this. Let's unfold this a little bit and come up with a couple of themes that this could potentially be for your little one. So first and foremost, the Two of Wands in the child's perspective usually comes up when there's a question of differences. So for example, if your little one has recently met other peers who are different from him or her, and all of a sudden it makes your little one question, oh, this is interesting. I had no clue. You see how he's holding the little globe, signifying cultures and travel and languages. And so this could be a challenge in the sense that all of a sudden realities that they didn't know existed, or cultures or types of ways of being in the world that your little one didn't know existed, all of a sudden are front and center in his life. Because here it's enunciated, right? It came up twice. So this is something to pay attention to, but here it came up in the challenge position. So there's a little snag here for your little one. Some of you, the ones of you who are moving because of this change here in the parental relationship, potentially you're moving somewhere that's very foreign for your little one. And again, it could be a mile over, right, from where you live. It can be the next town over for some of you. And for others of you, it's literally across, abroad somewhere, or a different country, a different state, or what have you. And so your little one could literally be struggling with the new culture. And again, this could be the culture, the next city over, right? All that he used to know is no longer what it is. And so it's got them questioning, like, and this could be a good thing. However, it's in the challenge position. So what that tells me, if it would have fallen in this position, we'd be having a different conversation. But since it fell in the challenge position, this is telling me that your little one is struggling with this change a bit. There's something, or this change has created a bit of stagnation, or perhaps because the neighborhood is new, or the situation, or the new parent is new. There's some kind of wanting to explore and do more, but there's a limitation there. There's something not allowing your little one to move forward. Wands also represents physicality, energy, and action. So it can indicate that they're having a difficult time taking action, that they're overthinking more than they are actually doing. But again, I really feel that it's associated to this new change they're going through. It can also be something to do with physical, like an actual physical issue that's not allowing them to play like they're used to playing, right? It could be a little cold, it can be they're a little sick. Maybe, there could be someone who maybe sprained an ankle, like nothing crazy here, but enough for it to slow him or her down from their usual. So this is causing a little bit of, I want to say, what's the word? It's not stagnation, but it's not making Aries very happy. And in general, again, this is in general, most Aries need movement. They need action to feel happy, fulfilled. And this really runs the gamut in whatever age range, right? So again, if you have an Aries with pent up energy that's not able to get out there and express it, that could cause for a little depression, feeling down, even grumpy and temperamental, because that's how, in general, again, this is in general, a lot of Aries, most of the time, if they're not able to express energy in a healthy way, they can get a little cranky and, bit angry and temperamental. And that's usually a sign that it's because they're not able to express physically what they need to express, whether that be on a walk, um, playing their favorite sports, getting out and about with their friends, whatever that is. But we have an enunciation. Again, I know I keep repeating this, but this is good for you, the parent, to be aware of, to be on the lookout, because whatever this change is, it's causing, it's by by virtue of whatever this is, the default consequence or circumstances, if you will, for your child, for your Aries here, is a bit of being held back. So just be aware of that, because if you start seeing that little Aries as being a little grumpy grumpster, then okay, this little one needs to get out and meet some people, or maybe play or walk, or just movement. Action really is the key word here for this energy to be remedied. Okay, so this here will tell us what your child needs most from you. Okay, yeah. So the moon is about the things that are hidden, secrets, right? And the Ace of Swords is about bringing that to the forefront. So your child is not actually communicating about this feeling here. Your child is actually kind of keeping it to themselves. And really, your only indication and evidence might be the grumpiness and the anger, maybe some tantrums, maybe just some sulking and depression, right? So, what your child needs most from you, dear parent, here in the month of April, is for you to bring out whatever is dormant, like whatever your child is not saying, to facilitate the space for it to come to the forefront and be talked about, spoken about, communicated about in whatever way your child communicates, because again, we're here for different age range, right? So it's going to play out a little differently for all of you depending on the age of your child. But there's definitely a need here. It's almost, I get the sense like Aries is sort of suffering in silence here, which is a very Aries thing in general, actually, because it's a very independent sign. And sometimes they don't really know how to express through words. It's more through action, right? So I get the sense that what your child needs most from you is to really be more observant than usual about their behavior, what they're not saying, and to bring it out to the limelight, to literally facilitate a conversation with your child of, why is it that you're being, why did you react that way? Why did you throw that ball as hard as you did? Or why did you, talk back? Or why did you respond in the way that you did, little Johnny, or whatever your child's name is, and see if there's something there that he or she's willing to bring out. And if you want to get something out of an Aries, do it on a walk. Do it while they're moving. doing while they're playing. Like really have a conversation with them while their body is moving, because that facilitates their ability to think and process in a much easier way. So yeah, I hope this is helpful. I'm going to actually end this reading with a card, an oracle card from this beautiful Awakened Soul Oracle. And this is just like an advice card for you on potentially what your family needs to do together this month in April. So let's see what you get. Let's see what Spirit recommends for you and your family to do during the month of April. And again, I want to thank everyone who is here. Please help me grow this channel. I would greatly appreciate whatever you can do. Recommend it, tell people about it, what have you. Oh my gosh, I love this. It's about devotion. The card is called Devotion. Right? So potentially this could be about getting the family involved in some hobby together as a family unit, especially for those of you, I heard this very clearly. Some of you have new blending of families that are happening here. Some of you are marrying into a new family, new children are involved, which could also be why this is going on. But perhaps bringing the unit together, whether it's a new family or a new addition or the same people in the family unit. It's this card is about committing to something, right? And we asked it in the context of the family. So what this tells me is that your family would greatly benefit from getting on the same page and committed to something, a goal, like a unified goal that the family can do together. This could be done through sport, a hobby, some creative way, family meetings, however you operate in your household, right? But the point is to do it together so that you have a common goal, especially if there's something that has shifted here and what used to be the everyday norm. Your child needs this kind of stability, right? Needs to be unified again, as well as, of course, this communication coming out to the forefront. Anyhow, I hope that was helpful, and please come back here in May. I cannot believe how quickly this year is already unfolding. So thank you all for being here. Please subscribe, comment, like. Alrighty, have a wonderful April. Ciao.